If you find yourself bullying strangers in the comments, I have one question for you. Who hurt you? We're going to get into it. Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome back. This is the Ultimate Love Letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. Those who are at peace are not scrolling on social media, seething at strangers and lashing out in the comments. If you find yourself bullying others, I'm here to tell you that is equivalent to an adult tantrum who is unable to express what they are feeling. And there is no wonder why our children are being bullied at school. Everything that we do here on the Ultimate Love Letter is simply meant to encourage. It's simply meant to uplift. It's meant for us to dig deeper. It's meant for us to go further. It's meant for us to align with source. It's love. And thank God that I know myself and I am able to see the truth behind the hate. When people leave comments underneath my posts, underneath your posts, underneath celebrities' posts, like I'm super aware when I see another lashing out on people they do not know on social media. And it's heartbreaking because, of course, those that are doing the lashing don't understand what, or maybe they do understand, but they don't know how to look deep, right? To reflect on the anger that is spewing out. All of a sudden, social media has become the dumping ground for hate, the dumping ground for pain. It is a platform, it has become, where people no longer look at the reflection of themselves before they type out hurtful words. Instead, they go straight to spewing the pain that they're feeling on another. I'm here to ask everyone who's listening, if you find yourself bullying anyone online, ask yourself this one question: what are you really mad about? Because here's the truth. Anything that we see online or that we see in another, if we see someone who is standing in their truth and in their confidence and we feel triggered and we're lashing out, even if it's lashing out in a hurtful way just to say we don't agree, that is a point for us to look at ourselves. Perhaps you're feeling small where this other person is feeling confident. If someone is standing in their truth and simply able to express their truth, and here you come trying to knock them down at the knees, perhaps that's showing you where you're afraid to speak your truth, where you have yet to find your voice. Before we lash out at strangers online or in life, but online, pause and ask yourself, why is this triggering me? Because when you're met with someone like me who can see right through the pain, I'll tell you how I view you. I view you as a broken child who still hasn't found the words to be able to express the pain that they're feeling in an effective way that actually heals the wound. Those that are healed are helping to heal others. Those that are in pain are projecting that pain onto others. You know, it's okay to disagree with what you see online. I disagree, with a lot of things I see online, but you'll never find me underneath anyone's comments being rude, a hater, bashing them down. I might, if I say anything, I might say, I humbly disagree. I view it this way, but that's from a place of love. That's not a place of shame. When we try to inflict shame on someone else, it's really, the truth is we're ashamed of something within ourselves. Bullying is simply a leakage, an emotional leakage, where we have yet to heal the wound. When I see people lashing out at people, online, I want to say, just cover up, for God's sake. Cover up, close your mouth, because you are spreading to the world, look here. I am a 45-year-old unhealed child. It is like a child, a grown adult, actually throwing themselves on the floor and throwing a tantrum. You look so much more powerful, so much more healed, so much in control of yourself when you simply offer grace. Where you simply say, with all due respect, I don't know if what you're saying is exactly correct. Or with all due respect, I see your point, but here's my point of view. When you are poised, when you extend that type of grace, you know how much strength it takes for someone to stand in love when they are met with a post or a person or a commentary where they just disagree. The healed people, the strongest people, are the most silent. They don't have to prove themselves to anyone else. They've already done the work to prove to themselves who they are. But the most unhealed people are the loudest. Because it's true, you are crying out for help. And perhaps you don't know how to ask it because you're not asking yourself the right questions. In fact, I'll go a step further and say you're not asking yourself anything. When you see a post that triggers you, before you start typing hateful narratives, pause and really ask yourself, why does this hurt? What is this saying about me? When we start asking ourselves that question, then we start healing the wounds that have been buried deep. And in turn, as we heal the wounds inside of us, that's how we actually heal the world. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's I have been super sensitive to this, for the last year and a half or so, almost 2 years. But I know now I have become sensitive. I have become sensitive to it because I know now God was preparing me for the pushback, for the rudeness, for the hate that I was going to be receiving as I'm stepping out, giving away my gifts as I'm stepping out, expressing the way I view the world. So yeah, the last year and a half, I've been super heightened to like, why are you underneath, Shaquille O'Neal's posts hating on him? Why are you underneath Beyonce's talking crap? Why are you underneath Megan Sussex trying to bash this person? But I see it for what it is. These are unhealed adult children. They have not yet sat with their childhood self and dealt with their childhood trauma. So they are essentially still that 8-year-old unhealed little girl in a 35-year-old body. And so they hide behind a screen. They hide behind Instagram. They hide behind TikTok. They hide behind their cars as they're driving in traffic, and they're spewing the pain that they feel inside of them that they're yet to deal with onto another. Those that are in peace, those that are healed, those that are in love, those that are in grace, you don't see them moving like that. And you know what? Here's another thing. Those super achievers, the ones that we come for in the comment, you don't see them spewing those narratives back at other people, or even most of the time back at you who's spewing those narratives. Understand, that's a mindset. You either have a healed mindset or you have an unhealed one. And to be able to achieve, understand, connect the dots. When those who are able to achieve those superstardom, those achiever levels, those super achiever, is that a word? The superstardom, those super levels. I am not apologetic in any stance when I say they were able to achieve those superstardom levels because they dealt with their bullshit, because they fought back with that voice inside of themselves that was attempting to keep them small, because they healed the childhood parts of themselves. So then they're free to be catapulted into that superstardom, into those big positions, into those big roles, into that big wealth that they were given. There's a reason why if you scroll through social media, and I'm not saying everyone, but for the most part, when you scroll through like your top celebrities and you just notice it, look at the hate that your top celebrities are getting and look at how they are not clapping back. And if they clap back, they're clapping back with grace. And we might say, oh, because they're too busy, it's too many comments to go through it all. Yeah. But notice when they do say anything, it's with grace. It's never to really put you down. Again, mindset. People come for me all the time, on YouTube. And now I just always give love. I just always give grace. I laugh because I'm laughing at the unhealed parts of you that you still cannot ask yourself the effective questions that will begin to heal the trauma that's causing the trigger for you to come at me. I'm here to tell you, if you're bullying anyone in anyone's comments, it has nothing to do with the person you're trying to bully. It has everything to do with you. You are the problem. It is always us. It is never the other person. You can go your whole life looking like a 25-year-old toddler, a 45-year-old baby, a 65-year-old 9-year-old, because you're still carrying the wounds from that time in childhood. It's time to deal with it. Or continue to look like a fool in these people's comments. And that is honestly how I view it. I just say, wow, you really look ignorant. And that's no shade. That's just the truth. Ignorant because we have too much knowledge around. The world is waking up. We know about therapy. We know about childhood trauma. And yet, if we continue to turn a blind eye at all the resources that are available for us to be able to heal that, the resources of your therapist, the resource of a good self-help book, the resource of the ultimate love letter, use these resources. Get your grief, get your trauma under control. Because bullying is simply this. It is simply trauma that has not yet been dealt with. Thank you so much for joining this combo. Until next time, try to love yourself and love others in the process. We'll chat again soon. Bye for now.